you're going to see the absolute disaster that Abraham, Isaac, Jacob.
I just finished the news report about this civilian contractor that works for the United States Air Force, David Slater.
Massachusetts Air National Guardsman pleaded guilty today to leaking military secrets. Another alleged leak of classified intelligence by someone working inside the U.S. military.
Well, David Franklin Slater worked as a civilian at U.S. Strategic Command in Nebraska until April 2022. According to the indictment, he was arrested Saturday for allegedly sharing classified information through a foreign online dating website.
Slater just released classified information to somebody who portrayed themselves as a woman in the Ukraine over a dating app. And I'm just going to say something that's probably going to make a lot of people furious, or I know it's going to make a couple of people from my family roll their eyes because I say this all the time, but I believe anyone who commits an act of treason, who engages in espionage, should be executed. I don't think that there should be an opportunity for life in prison, for life or a prison sentence without parole. In my personal opinion, our country should execute you. Oftentimes, people exchange classified information for money. Sometimes people will exchange classified information because they can get away with it. And then there are occasions, and it's happened in the past in our country, but it's happened all over the world, where somebody will exchange classified information because they get into a romantic relationship. Doesn't matter the reason why people exchange classified information. Why I believe this act is punishable by death, should be the penalty for this, or the sentence for this should be the death sentence, is because of what it does to the future security of the men and women that are serving the country. Sometimes people give away secrets for ideological reasons. They don't like a policy that's happening in the United States, so they release classified information hoping that it's going to bring a lot of scrutiny on this policy, and eventually the policy will get changed. But in every case, why they release the information, who they release the information to, in every case, that information, because it's secret, makes it sensitive. And what ultimately makes it sensitive is that it could lead to the death of America's sons and daughters in the military on some type of military mission in the future. I'm talking about, obviously, combat operations, but I'm also talking about military and our national intelligence professionals as they serve overseas. No one really anticipates the consequences of what this could do to somebody unless they've served in the military. And I'm just going to say it. What makes this particular incident unimaginable is Slater was serving for the U.S. Air Force when he released these documents, but it's even worse than that. He was a retired United States Army officer, which means if anybody on the planet should understand the implications of what you're doing, somebody who served as an officer in the United States military should understand that. Somebody who is a civilian who works for the United States military and has access to secret information should understand that. And Slater is both of those things in one. And the reason why I believe that every act of espionage, every act of treason should be punished with the crime, or should be punished with the sentence of death, is because it may be one, it could be 1,000, it could be 100,000 American lives that are at risk, or even lives that are lost because of pieces of information. And sure, it seems innocuous, this little piece of information, even though it's classified, that I let go over here. But when foreign entities, when bad people put a piece of information over here, and a piece of information over here, and a piece of information over here, it can be deadly to our national security, to our brave men and women when they go serve overseas somewhere. So in case you can't tell, I have very, very strong opinions about the people who have access to classified information and then who leak or deliberately share that classified information, and in my opinion, those people should be executed for their crime. No sentencing in prison and no parole, just straight executed because of the dangers to the future of our military and our intelligence professionals because of what they've done. Just my thoughts on a current issue that's going on in the news.